I don't know what to do now. This sucks. I don't know. Doop 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 doop. Blop 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 blop. Doop doop. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is the channel where I'm introducing art back into my life, and I'm kind of just like vlogging and like carrying on through my journey of learning new forms of art and bringing art back into my life. My first chapter is going to be on graffiti, and the first things first, I don't know anything about graffiti, but I'm here to learn and grow and try to figure out some new things about graffiti. In my city, I don't have any legal walls, any walls that I can go and throw some paint on and not get busted. So that provides a little bit of a hurdle. The other hurdle is that I don't get out of my house very often. I have kids, I work, and I just don't really have much time to go scouting for new places. And the last thing I'm going to do is go hit up an abandoned warehouse. I don't think there is any in my city. So that's a bummer. But here's the lowdown as of right now. If you noticed, I'm filming this in early 2020. And I have been filming, I've been like making all these plans to build this sweet graffiti wall in my backyard. And then now I am at stay-at-home order. So I can't go anywhere. And that's a huge hurdle, because all these plans I had to like build a sweet graffiti wall, I'm gonna have to pivot and do something different. So in this video, I am going to be talking about how I am building a very rough draft of a graffiti wall. So that means I'm going to have to hold on to these plans and hold on to these videos and throw up another video and show these plans that I had for the main wall. And that'll be just like kind of a version 2. But right now, this is just the first attempt of me making a graffiti wall. So that will have to wait. So I kept on thinking about how I could build a wall myself and what kind of supplies I had around the house. And I realized I didn't really have much, but I had this genius idea when I was looking around my house. I bought my house a little while ago, and one of the things I didn't like is that we had these like solid, like sliding doors for the closet. So you could only like slide over and access half of your closet, and then slide it over and access the other half. I hated them, and so we slowly been kind of phasing them out, taking them off the little rollers and just kind of like throwing them away or throwing them off to the side. And so I stumbled on those again because they were just hidden around the corner of my house, and I had 2 of them. And I had this great idea that if I can just get 2 more, I can make a pretty decent size wall if I was able to like engineer them all together into like some justifiable like mural space, right? So what I ended up doing is I ended up like going to my house and going into my kids' room and just taking off the closet doors without really asking anyone, and I'm here to make a wall. I'm gonna have to like make it up to my wife and put something there and to replace it. For now I'm just gonna build this. So how about it? I'm gonna go to the drawing board. I'm gonna sketch up some ideas of how I can structure this wall so that it doesn't fall over and it can actually stay put while I'm painting on it. So let's start drawing. Let's start sketching some ideas. All right. So I mentioned I had 4 of these doors, 4 times door picture. So these aren't actually knobs. They're like little nooks. They kind of like go in like that to this side, and they're built like this. So if we have one, there's some edges along the side here on both sides, which is pretty nice because the metal is actually hollow, so I can use that. On both sides, they're hollow. My plan is, I'll get to that a little bit later, but my plan is if I have 4 of these, this is not to scale, I can make a wall. Let's just put these little doorknobs on there, on all of them, just so we can get some reference. Putting this one upside down just for funsies. Ha. So the idea is to like bridge them all together, just somehow snatch them together, so that my entire wall, so each one of these doors is 2 feet. That's an inch sign. 2 feet by 7 feet and 9 inches. So if we do this all together, it's almost going to be a square mural, a square area to paint on, about 8 feet by 8 feet, a little short on the height. But the biggest issue is that I don't have a lot of like spare wood lying around to like make a frame so that I could like buttress these together and make sure that they don't move. So my idea is I did find a 2x12 board, which is about like 10 feet long. So it's like a 2x4, but instead it's 12 inches long. So it's like this wood plank. And that can be my base. What I want to do is I mentioned these holes earlier. What I was thinking is that I could put some nails in this big board and put them into those little metal frame slots. Wow, that planned out pretty well. And put them into here, but actually on this side, so that the panel kind of serves as the 2x12 serves as a foundation to make sure that these all stay level. If I can put the nails in here, I can slot the doors onto the nails. And the idea is my shed that I keep on filming in, I can use this panel right here and lean all of these doors against the shed. I'll probably anchor them somehow to here, but if they're just leaning and they have this as a flat base, I think they'll be able to stand up just fine. And I'll keep on going back. This is a temporary fix. I eventually want to make a much better, sweet, sturdy, flat, bigger wall to practice on. But I think a nearly square 8 foot by 7 feet 9 inch mural, I believe that's gonna do me pretty well. Well, let's see what we can have. Let's try to put it all together and see how it turns out. Cool. All right, so here I am. I'm bringing the doors around to the side. I found out that I kept the rollers in on all of them. So that's me taking out a hammer and just smashing them off before I lean them up against the shed. Putting them all up there one by one, just making sure that they sit right. Looks good, so I go ahead and put the nails in step by step. And with the nails in, they line up much better. Taking in some painter's tape, I just want to make sure that I didn't like spray paint through the creases and get my shed all ruined. But put on some white spray paint. It looks like everything looks great. Okay, sweet. Okay, the wall's up. It's done. I'm very excited how it turned out. It turned out much sturdier than I was ever expecting. The panels just lean. I mean, the doors are pretty heavy, so like all 4 of them lean against the shed pretty well. And it'll take quite a bit of effort or wind to like blow them over. I still think I'm gonna try to anchor them at some point, someday. But one of the biggest worries I was concerned about is that when they wouldn't line up together, because like the doors would like get all off kilter a little bit. But once I put the doors up and I leaned them up next to each other and the nails are evenly lined into the plank, that they actually lined up pretty easy. And when I put the painter's tape across all the edges between the 4 boards and painted over them, it's pretty smooth. So this is actually turning out much better than I was expected, and I'm actually very excited to get painting. So if you like what you are seeing here, if you're curious about my journey through this and you want to see what happens next, do your thing, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.